This is Matt for Rogue Tactics, and I'm here to talk about my experience with the WKO. I had like an ulterior motive for going to the WKO. I mean, it would be nice to win the whole thing, but really my goal was a justification for buying more World's Finest packs. I had pulled exceedingly well. I was still looking for a few chases and that Harley Quinn Prime, but I knew if I was to buy more packs off the shelf, there was very little chance of me pulling what I wanted. So I really couldn't justify the cost to myself of buying new packs. But if I was buying new packs to go play in a fancy tournament, then I could go, okay, there's some leeway here. I can totally justify it. And that was my excuse. My excuse was to get my 2 packs from playing in the event and to play a whole bunch of battle royales and hope to pull something really awesome. I wasn't interested in the main prize. I had all the Con LEs I wanted. It'd been nice to get all those chases and to get all those primes, but I have most of them, so I wasn't too concerned with how well I performed. And it was all about trying to buy more World's Finest and have an excuse and be like, well, look, I'm doing this for this event. I'm not just doing this to waste money. Alright, so I pulled 2 rares, but I pulled the best possible 2 rares. I grabbed Mary Marvel and Element Man. And those things are fantastic. Mary Marvel, of course, top dial. As the hypersonic super strength, invincible, and 4 damage with prop control. An Element Man who got sidestep pick a power that lets me pick any standard attack or defense power. Super senses, traded shape change, traded plasticity, traded giant reach, and the Outsider's team ability. I grabbed some support with the Warlock and the Witch. Witch buffs range combat attacks, which would be Element Man. Warlock buffs close combat attacks, which would be Mary Marvel. So it's pretty much like the best. 10 points shy, but definitely this was a very, very, very strong team. So the first game out, we played the opponent across from us, and my opponent across from me pulled garbage, and I kind of destroyed him. My second game out, my opponent pulled the World's Finest. He was running them at 200. He was running a Negative Man, a Black Cat, and I want to say he was running a Demon. And I had to do a bunch of sneaky stuff like hide behind some blocking terrain, had to pick TK with him, have her hypersonic out, get a good punch in on the World's Finest, hope they missed their impervious roll, and then to get TK'd back. So like, it was a bunch of silly stuff like that, and I managed to pull that off. It was quite fortunate because that World's Finest at 200 points can be super beastly. So I'd won the first 2 games, and this is when they started opening up the Battle Royales, and I was like, I want to drop out to go play the Battle Royales. And they're like, no, you're doing well. Keep going. So I kept in. My next round was actually against who Luke faced in the finals. So the second place player, and he had a great team. He had the Hypersonic Superman, he had Jason, Blood, and Etrigan, and he had... What was the other chump? Oh, Zatara. And we played on that crazy map, the Guardians of the Galaxy map, the other side of the Star-Lord ship. And, I did my usual thing. I hypersonicked out, and then I sidestepped up to where I thought was the edge to TK her back in. But nope, I had misread my elevation. So she was all by her lonesome. And I had to throw him out against my opponent to try to tie them up. But that was pretty much it. That was a giant disaster. And I ended I lost that game, and I was like, oh, I'm going to get back to my purpose, and that was to buy more products. So I was like, I'm going to go play some Battle Royales. So I went to go play Battle Royales, where the first one I played, I pulled another Mary Marvel, and proceeded to just wipe the floor with my opponents. Because we weren't just playing World's Finest Battle Royales, it was World Finest mixed with Nick's Fury. So, yeah, all those little Hydra agents just got their lunch ate by Mary Marvel. Like, immediately after that game, they held a break. They went to a break. They're like, hey, we're going to take an hour break. We'll be back at 5. And I was like, I've got to go judge the Dice Masters game tomorrow. and I have to be there early to do that. I'm like, I'm just gonna go home, have a beer, and enjoy the success that I had today. So yeah, so that's basically what I did. I went home, had a beer, and went to bed early so I can go play. So I can go judge the Dice Masters WizKids Open. Thank you for watching. I hope you maybe picked up something from my teams and my play style and stuff like that. This has been Matt with Heroic Tactics, and may all your dice roll hot.